We are Venom. Dun 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 dun.
Just watch the trailer.
Welcome to the Cinefanatics. My name's Robert Adams.
I'm Chris Adams.
And we got a trailer for Venom. Was it Save the Last Dance?
Venom!
Is it Save the Last Dance or just The Last Dance?
It stars
No Julia Stiles in this.
exactly. Yeah.
Venom The Last Dance, they released the first official trailer for the third Venom movie, which I believe is going to be the final Venom movie until inevitably whatever the MCU actually chooses to do with the character once Sony realizes that they just make crap.
I mean, it's the final one unless this ends up being the most successful of all of the Spider-Man related projects coming out this year. In which case, they're just going to ride that Venom train into the ground.
Which, let's put this out there first of all. This channel has been known for hating on the Sony Spider-Man movies with reason. I mean, they kind of deserve it.
We're not just hating just because we hate.
The Venom movies have been probably the best ones that they've come out with.
Yeah, and I still don't really like them.
They're fun. I've enjoyed them. I've watched them multiple times, so I'm eager for this. I think that, I like the characterization of Venom. I think Tom Hardy is a fantastic Eddie Brock. I think Venom looks good. I think all of this is fantastic about this. So I'm eager to see what they do with the storyline, which we have no idea what the storyline is.
No.
At least with the second one, we knew they were going to involve Carnage, and we knew what was involved with Carnage.
Yeah. So let's watch this trailer and let's get some thoughts together about it, huh?
Yep.
Eddie, my home has found us.
Oh.
Okay, well, that's the trailer, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I can already kind of tell the storyline right there.
You should probably know that I have a really dark and unpredictable side to me.
Stop speaking.
I'm giving you a chance, sweetie.
Say when.
When?
This is like that Jack Reacher in the parking lot of the bar.
Yeah. That's an interesting combat technique.
What are you? We are.
We're Venom!
We are.
Venom!
No. Yeah, we are. Venom. We're gonna need to work on that.
Nice.
Delicious! You take me to all the finest places.
You like head cheese?
Tired love.
We always knew it was impossible. That we were alone in the universe.
David Bowie. Oh look, Mordo's in this.
And it's our job to make sure that remains a secret.
So there's the conclusion as to the post-credit scene.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know.
That was in the MCU, not here.
On the run. In the shit.
We are living the dream, my friend.
All right.
You mean it? No!
They're fugitives on the run. I wonder if they're going to run into Marcus and
Okay.
Mrs. Chen.
There has to be a reason they're after us.
Is that Rice Evans?
Yeah.
Eddie, my home has found us.
Good. That just kind of came out of nowhere.
Crush!
There's an army coming that cannot be beaten.
As long as Venom lives,
Nice. They're bringing back Patrick Mulligan.
will end.
We may not make it out of this alive, buddy.
Eddie, the time has come.
To talk of many things. Almost feels like the Joker trailer.
Be honest with me. How fast do you think you can get that thing to go without
No.
killing it?
Only one way to find out.
Really?
Okay. Okay.
Really, y'all?
I'll be seated for Venom Horse.
Venom Horse. Oh, good Lord. There's a lot to unpack there.
I will say, yeah, there's a lot going on, but in a bubble, that looks more entertaining than the first 2 Venom movies for me. It looks just haphazard, wild, and chaotic, and is it going to be good? I don't know, but it might be fun to watch.
So it definitely looks like they're basically pulling from the Planet of the Symbiotes storyline where like the symbiote homeworld is invading Earth.
Yeah, which that kind of just came out of nowhere in the trailer because like for the bulk of that trailer, we're just fugitives on the run for some reason. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, and then giant symbiotes are coming down and crashing onto Earth.
That's what I was saying. Like the fugitives on the run. I was like, are they going to run into Marcus and Mike Lowry?
Yeah.
Like, that seems to be the theme with, like, movies coming out this year. We're all fugitives on the run. We're good guys, but we're being hunted for some weird reason. But, yeah, there's the whole Planet of the Symbiotes, which is weird because in the comics, it's this whole... One, it wasn't, like, the greatest storyline. It was one of those that you constantly see, like, in the dollar bins. But it did involve, like, Spider-Man, and I think, like, Scarlet Spider was involved in that. So, again, kind of like with the storyline of Carnage, there was a lot more characters involved in successfully winning that storyline that aren't going to be in these movies.
Well, we also know going into this trailer, there was news out there saying that they want to introduce a younger Peter Parker, which I think... we actually got a very quick glimpse of in that trailer. There was a young boy with what looked like maybe could be Aunt May, essentially. And it was just like blink and you miss it. It was there, but...
I blinked.
Yeah, you blinked, but... there's no other reason to just show a random young boy and an older woman, but... yeah, so we know that they're trying to, I guess, like, start tying things together. Might be the way to put it.
Which is why we saw like some kind of like snippet of that post-credit scene from the MCU.
Which is also weird because that symbiote was left in the MCU.
Yeah.
Multiverse. It's left in a different universe. It should not be found in a bar in Venom's universe where a character in Venom's universe can grab it and continue to exist in Venom's universe. That doesn't work. It's in the MCU.
Yeah, that should be something that is brought up in, like, say, the next Spider-Man movie.
So,
but I don't know if MCU wants to do that.
The only answer to that is that Venom is leaving bits of himself all over the place and maybe transported back to the exact same bar in his universe and left a piece of himself behind there. But they're going to have to explain that to us and not just show it to us in a trailer because we're all left confused about that right now without seeing further context.
I think what it is Sony has an idea for what they want to do, and they're just hoping the MCU agrees with them. Like the whole thing with like Vulture meeting up with Morbius, which that was weird, and that wasn't the direction that the MCU movie Homecoming was putting us in. And then we've got this that's, again, this is following up on something that Sony did in the MCU. I don't think the MCU is going to pick up. Marvel Studios is not going to officially pick this up and continue a storyline with that as much as Sony looked like they were hoping that they were going to.
I'm surprised enough that we had such a heavy connection between Venom and No Way Home already. So
yeah, that was a little a little jarring.
That was a little shocking. I mean, it makes sense in the grand scheme of things that Venom's a Marvel property, so it exists in an alternate Marvel cinematic universe of some sort. But
we've had two movies now that have seemingly connected Venom's movies with the MCU's Tom Holland Spider-Man. And now we get another kind of like a little brief snippet of it in this trailer. We still don't know the through line or the connection. Is the next Spider-Man movie going to involve symbiotes? Probably not.
I'm going to have a prediction. Ready? Prediction. This movie's not going to do any kind of really actual heavy connection to the MCU at all, and it's going to end, and provided the Sony doesn't realize that this movie's making any kind of money that they can rely on, the Venom series will probably end with this movie, and we will have no further connection to the MCU.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gone.
The only other thing that looked interesting in this, other than the Venom horse, I guess, if you want to call that interesting,
that looked fun.
there was that brief shot of Patrick Mulligan, the cop from the last movie, the one who shot Shriek's eye out. They showed him like in like that cage or whatever.
He's
and
supposed to
like
be somebody, right?
Yes, it looked like he was possessed by like a symbiote or something in this movie. In the comics, he becomes the character of Toxin, which Toxin is technically Carnage's son, like Carnage is Venom's son. So it looks like they may be exploring Toxin. That would be kind of cool to see, but otherwise, it just looks like we're gonna have a huge mess of symbiotes at the end of this movie, all trying to kill Eddie.
Which
and Venom.
does leave my only concern really being that this doesn't have a Transformers effect where we see just a bunch of symbiote goo doing this in a fight.
Not in a PG-13 movie, at least.
And we can't tell who is who and what is what.
I may have to blur your hands there, too.
Like the Transformers. I get you're making a joke, but I'm trying to make a point. The Transformers being a bunch of like robot parts banging against each other.
Not the sticky goo parts banging against each other.
That's a different movie. Anyways,
the trailer looks interesting. If you like sticky goo parts banging against each other, please let us know down below in the comments. While you're down there, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure you're following us on social media. We are at The Cinefanatics on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. You can follow me personally at RCA Reacts on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Letterboxd, also youtube.com/@RCA Reacts.
and you can follow me at Chris Adams MLP on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd, as well as twitch.tv/Chris Adams MLP.
Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching this reaction. We will see you
Later. Yes, Eddie. Sticky goo parts.
No.